It's the Cable MTG Show.
Wild to me. I think they defend a cop shooting their own mother while she's, like, serving them breakfast in the morning. Yeah. You're right to be livid. We should all be fucking livid. That's, yeah. I can't be anything else right now. I went live an hour later than I normally do to try and, like, cool myself down, and I don't know how helpful that was. Anyway, I'm gonna draft a Soul Ring. No accountability or oversight. They drove the murderer away from the scene of the crime. Like, officers are supposed to stay on the scene after a shooting. And then they fucking put out releases that he's in the hospital, even though we've got video of him just, like, walking around fine, talking normal. The Trinket Mage got a lot better with the Soul Ring here. Do you just take a Pyrogoyf anyway? I've been meaning to fucking try and draft Boros. I haven't managed yet. See if it's still good. Fuck me. But then they keep passing me Psychic Frogs. So I actually like Currency Converter in red decks a lot. There's a lot of, like, looting effects. They just, like, play with it naturally. But I'm going to take Metamorph here. Metamorph and Pyrogoyf's fucked up. That's a good-ass thing to be doing. I'm wondering if Hazoret's actually where I want to be. If I've got a Soul Ring draw, it's going to be amazing. But if I don't, I wonder about it clumping up my hands with the Pyrogoyf and Hellkite here already. I could take the Mother of Runes, right? I could do that. Kind of a late fetch. You got a content warning for the stream? Yeah, I wanted to put fuck ice in my overlay, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't go against Twitch's content guidelines for that. Hazoret plus Currency Converter? Yeah, kinda, yeah. Play like some Faithless Lootings to bin your hand quickly. Omnium Gatherum put on a really fun show. Really good vibes. So Smuggler's Copter is really nice to play off a turn 1 Soul Ring, and it would fit my curve best out of these options. I'm probably supposed to draft it here, but I'm going to draft this Dion Bahamut's Dominant. I've seen it go late a bunch of times. One of my opponents played it against me, and it looked awesome. I want to try it. I want to try it out and try out the new shit. Speaking of new shit, is it maybe less shit than this one? 5 mana is so much fucking mana. Let's grab Lavamancer. Yes, everybody who joins the stream will get a content warning. That is how content warnings work. I've had them before. It's been a minute. Oh, if I'd grabbed that Looter Scooter, it would have played well with this Magda, If you couldn't tell, I'm deciding between Abandoned Air Temple and Chain Lightning here. I've been really impressed with the Air Temple. I've seen it, like, swing some games by itself, and it just, like, fits in the mana base. It's just good value. I like more removal. Chain Lightning's nice and, like, efficient and stuff, but I'm gonna take the Air Temple here. Looking at that Vista, I think I'm gonna wheel some awesome red thing. Some awesome infinite mana red thing. Hey, good afternoon, I am 333. Yeah, so borderline forcing Boros here, but last season you could just do that, and it was just still one of the better things to be doing. Hey, Untouched Marlin, much love. At the gas station the other day, I scooped a knockoff of something, some kind of candy bar. Peanut, nougat, and caramel milk chocolate. That can't be bad. These white cards all look a little mopey. I've seen Save to the Skies have like reasonable win rates before. If you like turn 2 Soul Ring into it or something. I might just grab Flame Slash. Yeah, let's do that. Karakas. Oh, and Ancient Tomb. Fuck. Our curve kind of needs the Ancient Tomb, but I'm still going to grab Karakas. I've been telling people that Karakas' win rate is like Mox level. Like, would you pass a Mox? Okay, well, don't pass the Karakas either. Man, it's looking good. The Foothills has that Elegant Parlor to fetch up now. Hell yeah, Rumble Tumble. Content warning. Interesting shit going down. Hellrider's gotta be better than the Steel Seraph, huh? But the Seraph fits the curve a little better. Right, a few 4s. I'm gonna grab a Hellrider anyway. Kinda missed that card. I miss this Rampaging Raptor. It's a sweet-ass card, too. Hey, cheers, Luna Beam. I have indeed read some spoilers. No cards, like, stood out to me as Power Cube. But the night is young, huh? In regards to spoiler season. Yeah, Oliphant's sweet with Pyrokinesis. I'm looking at Magda. I'm looking at Laelia. I think I actually want that Laelia. Hey, the Night Owl thinks the 40 watch streak there. Well done. Catching all that content. As frustrating as playing against Karakas is, sometimes it's nice to save your own shit. Or if you can play the Laelia with the Karakas up, makes it hard for them to answer. Hey, good morning, Emily. Sacred Foundry. Bankbuster. Which of those is more important? I'm gonna go with the Sacred Foundry. The nice thing about the Bankbuster is it's something for the Soul Ring to do. I can play really well sometimes. Man, I remember when like everybody played Hearse in Legacy. It was just like becoming kind of dominant just everywhere. I feel like I see it so rarely these days. I wonder if my mana base is good enough for that Fire Blast. How good are we at triggering Cutter? Pretty bad, I think. Could grab it anyway. Oh, there's Lavamancer. Could play this Bauble. Little lightning bolt action. I'm sorry, Mulligan to 8. I knew it would exclude some folks. Of the draft's gone. This is our first one of the day. I like Marsh Flats, but I'm going to grab Cosmogrand here. Make that Urza's Bauble look a little better. Interesting to cut Guide of Souls and add Amped Raptor. Hey, Chad Shuby, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 76 months. Absolutely. Fuck ice. 7 lands. I'm gonna grab the wins. If we had a bunch of looting effects going on, like sometimes you do in red aggro, like Inti and all that biz, I'd actually like the dragon a lot. But I think we're kind of low on discard outlets. There's like an Epicure loop, but we're probably bidding the Epicure. Last pick Tinker happening. Karakas and Loran can be pretty sick in some matchups. This Moiza band put out a really dope album this year, I thought. Members of the Mapuche Nation from South America singing in a language that, like, some 200,000 people know. It's cool as shit, in my opinion. Well-watched streak there, Abby Kadabi. The Pyrokinesis plays well with the Hazoret. Just empty your hands sooner than people can deal with it. I like how the Plunderer and Outlaw can, like, ramp us up to our 4s if I don't have Soul Ring. I guess Talisman does that too. Talisman works a bit better with Soul Ring. Maybe I'll cut Plunderer. Magda and Hearse are kind of cute together. I'm gonna cut Shieldbreaker and just lean on Loran for that business. I'm a big fan of just taking the Mox Scuff Proof, but you do you. I might cut Iceberg here, It's a little clunky, little clunks. You like 16 lands? I kind of dig 16 lands, between the Soul Ring and the Talisman and such. Even though we've got a very saucy curve. Metamorph's like actually a 3-drop. I don't think there's anything wrong with that Scuff Proof. If you want to draft a card, like, it's your fucking game, right? It's your draft. Live your best life. Bauble for the sweet Virtual 39. Yeah. I mean, a cool hit off the Amped Raptor, a card for the Grim Lavamancer in the graveyard, a card that you can store and play if you want to Hazoret people. I think the Bauble belongs. I think it's fine here. Do need 2 cuts. I think I'm going to cut the Talisman. We don't have, like, a big mana sink for it. Like a 4th Aerolingus or something. I think I'm going to cut that Descendant of Storms. Just got to cut something. It's like that or the Robber of the Rich, maybe. I can't bear to cut in these 4s, even though that's probably where the cut should come from. You can alert the 3+ authorities. No boltables. Lame. No! Unlucky. Now we just have a 2/1 first striker. Thought I had a wrist brace out here. Must have brought it in the other room. Maybe I'll snag it after this game. Felt like they had an effect, but didn't want to play it on my end of turn. Maybe get lost. Gonna exile their graveyard. Case of Snapcaster nonsense. I kind of agree with you, Borgitavis. I was trying to figure out why I really dig this track and, like, not a lot of their other stuff. If I fetched out another red source earlier, I could have pumped there for 2 more damage. Have I heard Majestica? I have. I believe I have one of their albums on vinyl, if I'm thinking of the right band. Nope, different band. Took like 2 seconds of looking at the album covers. I am confused. This fucking card. One's got 1 card in hand. Oh, fun, Virgo. Is anyone else perplexed by this Tolarian Academy? Just like, yep, fucking double time walk you. And I don't know. There's just not much. Yeah, Sinkhole's not really playable. And it's such a like restrictive casting cost. Tonight we ride in hell. Sinkhole is in yours. Does it see play? I'm 333. Am I super wrong about Sinkhole? It seems like fucked up on turn 2 and probably pretty bad most other turns of the game. But I don't know. Maybe the stuff like Academy and Karakas are so powerful that it's just solid these days. It's mid. Gotcha. The fuck is this Snapcaster Mage? A little sorcery speed Snapcaster. Letting the Nova Hellkite get value. Oh, they didn't want to discard, I guess? Well, anyway. I'm not complaining over here. I'm not complaining. Solve some problems, but not that often, yeah. What if they coded Chaos Orb to just be a colorless Vindicate? That would be like +1. There's just not that many. Hellrider is still the most damage, right? This only deals the damage to a creature. What if they just cut Karakas? That is a ridiculous suggestion. How dare you? Do we have Sir Barrington sleeves? We do. I'm going to declare attack. GG. Yeah, they're in a rough spot there. That's why I didn't clear the Teferi last turn. Because if they did do the... Awkward ass air temple, huh? Hell yeah. I just needed something into the graveyard so I could actually answer this fucking Rafellos. I was terrified of that shit. The tiniest of Pyroglyphs, yeah. Yeah, I was wondering what I was gonna do. I was like, should I crew my hearse before I exile anything so it dies? How am I gonna get stuff in the graveyard? What's up, Laelia? I don't think I like Laelia here. Wait a turn, have the Mother Runes to protect it. Seems better. Aw, oh, so close. Yeah, I needed to run the Mother Runes out so that I would actually get the card, right? Because otherwise we would have been tied. I'm pretty sure you don't get a card on the time. Yeah, it has to be more cards. Uh-oh. Just an 8-8, no big deal. They're gonna have at least one more turn with that Nissa there. It's possible the Mother of Runes can help me, like, semi-control these giant tokens. Kind of wish there's a Parallax Wave in my deck to rip here. I guess we have the Overlord Sweeper is my best way out of this, maybe. Got me. I wondered why they weren't disenchanting my Soul Ring. Rough spot, eh? Badger Mole is bonkers. I guess. I mean, it was just a regular Mana Dork this game. Oh, right. When I hearse my graveyard, my own graveyard, it'll grow the Laelia. Oh, that's fucking interesting. They're not blocking. Even better. Alright. Now we just need to survive their turn. Channel, huh? Ooh, could be interesting. Could be an interesting draw. I actually like Serval from their spot. This lets me do this. We're 1 mana away from the hardcast Pyrokinesis. It's an interesting question of whether the Laelia should serve here or not. If it finds you a creature, if it finds you a thing, it's really good. And if it doesn't, it's kind of bad. I guess they can't take too many hits, though, right? Like, we still have Mother of Runes to brick here. They only have 5 on the crackback. I think we serve. Can we live if we don't Laelia? Can we win if we don't Laelia Suite? Of course we can. Another land or a red card lets me clear the Skydiver and the Cub or whatever next turn. We have the Hearse here. We can brick the 8/8. We have like 3 turns versus 2 turns. This Mother of Runes is doing so much work this game. No. That's a lot of tokens. That's 6 tokens. That's so many. Pyrokinesis can kill 4. Well, we're going to grow the Laelia one last time. Oh, they're just dead, right? We just give the Laelia pro green and kill them. Nice. Yeah, they see it. That was kind of a wild fucking game, wasn't it? There were 7 vaults. Mana vault? What are you talking about? I guess I keep. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll open it if I ever need it. Oh, cut the Amped Raptor, they said. Do you have enough hits, they said? Valuesaurus, that's the word right there. Oh man, I put some Equilibrium on here. I threw Equilibrium onto my my Power Metal playlist too, even though they're not really, but sometimes. Let's just jam in with Laelia here. You could Zenith plus Hearse, but I think I'd rather do that next turn. Let's see what my Laelia value is. couple different ways I could have played this turn. I maybe got a little bit hasty about it. We'd done the Grim Lavamancer trick with Parlor earlier, and so that's why I felt good about it and triggered the Laelia, grow it and stuff. But it's possible I should have just been like Zenithing or something. Can we get down to one card? I mean, we can play these three pretty easy. Yeah, and then we can play wins too. Yeah, we can get down to one card. While antheming the team. Alright, Candelabra, sure. Time Walk, alright. Opponent's got a good start. Opponent's cooking. Are they going to have a good-ass stew here? Is this a cryptic tap my team? That would be annoying, yeah. So I'm going to hold this Hearse for potential Zenith's next turn. I think I run it out just in case there's Time Walk recursion on the opponent's side. Like Snapcaster. I could see having Snapcaster in that deck, right? Or even if they played like a Time Twister, like you don't want Cryptic, Time Walk, and he shuffled back in. I think that's a very valid fear, Lotus. I think this is a maul. You got Bolt. Like, a turn 1 Bolt's good against some opponents, but not all of them, right? Like, imagine against their last opponent. This hand would be a little on the slow side, even with the Loran. Hey, there we go. The Hearse is something to do turn 1 off the Soul Ring. Metamorphing Raptor seems sick, though. What if I've been Flame Slash? Wanted to Raptor here, of course, but you don't let somebody untap with a Rafellos if you can avoid it. Sure. Potentially troubling. Yeah, I made a 2/5 there. So I can block my Raptor. I guess we can pump Raptor. Getting some damage in, getting some rampy damage in. Oh, that's a fucking bummer. Hell yeah, RBD. Might be one of them there tricky games. We'll see. So you can double pump Raptor, so it's 8, but they can, like, full block that. The issue is this Nissa keeps on adding value to the board. And lands add value to the board. They don't really have dead draws here. Does not have trample. They can activate on my turn, too. They'll have the mana up. I can't get cute with this suplex. Then the Karakas can save the Magda here. Suppose I'll do that. So we can pump 1, 2, 3 times with Raptor. 10 trample. Still is like not that impressive. I wonder if Robber's supposed to get in. It'd prevent me from doing the block bounce thing again. So I guess I'm not doing that. So I have to bounce through a fellow. So I'm just going to pass. We're kind of hoping that we top deck our one-sided sweeper that's in here somewhere. Still figuring that out, Glizzy the Guzzler. I wouldn't have cut the Eldrazi while leaving Channel in. But I appreciate the attempts to nerf Boros. Yeah, getting Flame Slash on the Restless Ridgeline doesn't really work. Because they just pump it. Yeah, I played Sneak Attack in like a rampy red-green deck, and it was kind of fine there, but yeah. It is obnoxious to have a channel in the cube, and just like not the best things to be doing with it. And I think we're in a spot where Robber the Rich needs to chump this turn. Probably should have mathed on whether or not that kills me. Because the Karakas could bounce the Rafellos too. They put out an article for it too, Matronics. Yeah, to target opponent. Yeah, if they target anything else, then I get to keep both my creatures. Which I think means I don't have outs now. Because even if I drew my one-sided sweeper, I wouldn't have any board presence. Just ground down by the Nissa. Damn. Yeah, the Pumper Duder we had is pretty good against Planeswalkers. But they had enough tough 8, I think. I don't know, I might be remembering wrong. Ha-ha! Yeah, I'll crack it. Time Walk. They got a Time Walk in hand. Hacks! Sure. Just gonna do this. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Red Ferret 867 with a 50-month sob. Big cheers. Wow, the Crack-a-Lack. They're really missing blue man over there. They're digging. Yeah, you could Robber the Rich here as well. I think there's some value in just keeping the Karakas up. Did they nerf Boros? They did a bit, yeah. They cut Guide of Souls. A few other good cards. Where's that Fury going? They cut Goblin Bombardment, which is a pretty big Boros nerf. I'm sure Johnny's still great, but... yeah, they didn't cut Ocelot Pride or a Johnny, but they nerfed both by cutting other cards, which I think is really smart on their part. I feel like I got kind of rewarded for leaving the Karakas up there, Pitch Unsummon, yeah. Not quite as good of a card. Not modern band worthy. They needed a land, Type and have fun with it. They might even still want it to be the best archetype. They were talking about how it's a good best archetype to have, but a little tweaks make it slightly less dominant. wasn't for the Bauble, we never would have known the Time Walk existed, right? Yeah. I have no idea. No, my raptor. Raptor exiling raptors. What's the world coming to? See, this is why you leave the mom up. This right here. So you could crack and get your Surveil land and get some filtering here. I think I just want to... Oh shit, what up? Hey, Naz. Yeah, playing Footholds and Hearse could have pumped the Laelia one more, but I like keeping my plays in case I hit something that I want to play out. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Hot Cross, thanks for the sub, these 11 months. Hot diggity. Balance aim. Whee! It's a weird Pyrokinesis, but I think appropriate. The Hearse is a good one to have live through a balance, and I don't want them to have a clean answer to it. And I don't think I want to play the Hazoret out until I have Karakas to protect it. I still hum. Get their value lands here. They need a card that makes all creatures legendary for Karakas. They, Magic Online had a, like, all legendary creatures cube. That cube was secretly fucked up. It had stuff like Hirobi in there, and then it also had legendary lands that would just like tap to. You would activate it for a mana to like give a legend first strike or something, so you could play out your Hirobi and then just like activate your value lands to murder your opponent's board. Very satisfying. And then the curve, most people's curves didn't start until like turn 4. So if you drafted red-black, you could just like draft 1-drops and 2-drops because there's some legendaries in there. We are, of course, going to crew with the Magda. Get that value treasure. I gotta play something from hand. Or I can't serve with Hazoret here. I think I'll save my Hazoret here. No, I said it, Salty Rutabaga. Basically, if you're going to put profanity in your stream overlay, you need to warn folks. Just me abiding by Twitch terms of service. One's at 9. Yeah, let's just fucking get in there, huh? Just fucking get in there. Right, Crazy Carl? They've got a purpose. They've certainly got a purpose. Right, John Viewer, I watched that video from, like, every angle, and there's the one where you can just see everything and, like, slow it down frame by frame and everything. And you can see her fucking wheels turn, like she's clearly not gonna hit anybody. And you see him, like, leaning over the dash to fire in the window. It's... I don't know. It's fucked up is what it is. A little bit worried about this Overlord taking over. The Lush Portico, I think, is colorless, and then the Ice Till is here. And the Overlord's going to be spitting out all kinds of blockerinos. I think activating Hazoret's too slow. Hey, Fugel, thanks for the sub. You're welcome for the decade of entertainment. Right, John Viewer? There's never even, like, a reason for him to go for his gun. Unless he just, like, really wanted to escalate things. Well, that's interesting. I saw that too, Salty Rutabaga, that they wouldn't let a physician treat her and wouldn't move their vehicles for the first responders. Sadly, pretty normal for ICE and Border Patrol. God, fuck this Karakas. I say as someone with a Karakas out. Oh, do they not have a land drop? Yeah, the Virtue untapping here is pretty unfortunate. So if I serve everybody, that's 4 damage. If I give Hazoret Pro White, then the ice still has to block. I think that's the actual play, is just giving the Hazoret Pro White and forcing the ice still to chump. Yes, they can activate their land, and that'll pump the flyers. That'll be 8 in the air. But 8's not lethal. We're going to throw Laelia underneath the Overlord here. Oh, fuck this retrofitter. God damn it. Colorless blocker out of nowhere. Yeah, you activate the Hazoret, discard a card that deals them 2 damage, and they go down to 5. It's just not enough. Did they throw with the servo serve? I think they did. Wow. I think they thought that they needed to kill me that turn, and they just, like, didn't think it through. But a colorless blocker wins for them there, I think. That's a 7-1. That's our first trophy of the season with trusty old Boros there. Boros still good confirmed.